Dear Life is the mission. I think that modern Christianity will implode on itself in a few years. You might want to find a new religion. Ouch. Some say that Christianity, as we have called it for the past 1900 years, might not be worth saving. What do you think? I'm told a recent Pew Research study declared that Christianity will continue until 2045. I don't know their criteria for that conclusion. What do you think? Has Christianity outlived its purpose? Has modern and postmodern Christianity, I'm dating that from about 1600 AD to 2020 AD, become a monster that has too many skeletons in her closet to make a comeback? So who knows? Some believe that modern and postmodern Christianity won't be able to shake the reputation of the Inquisitions, Indian killings, witch trials, slavery supporting, women oppressing, gay bashing, and sexual abuses. How often does the news media have to run another scandal story before people look to another religious channel or secular channel for eternal hope? Recent sexual abuses may more than bankrupt Rome, but they may bankrupt the belief system too. Let me chase a theological rabbit. I think the Creator specifically chooses to expose the moral, sexual, and financial failures of great religious leaders just to help the rest of us get real. We're surrounded by all kinds of religious pop stars, theological icons, televangelists, and even pastors that have become our unquestioned life coaches. We elevate them to that position. I remember a friend of mine saying of his priest, I would just rather not have known that he did those awful things. I'd rather think that he was sacred and devout and not a molester. I disagree. Next time your pastor or priest or rabbi or guru is revealed to be a monumental hypocrite, maybe that's the greatest gift you could have been given. Maybe that will cause you to question the faith of your mothers and fathers and find a faith that is not built on a human personality. Seriously, if a religion doesn't work for the pastor and the priest, then who is it going to work for? Maybe that religious belief or structure is not worth keeping. Maybe it needed to be crushed so that you could find a faith that worked. Another friend of mine said, the death of current Christianity is the only hope for a rebirth of genuine Jesus Christianity. Interesting postulation. What do you think? Stay with me. I'm not trying to be the religious version of Adam Ruins Everything, I promise, but I do love that show. I hope that one day we don't find out that Adam was some kind of closet serial whatever. I know that Jared's backstory caused me to stop eating at Subway for almost 6 months. Anyway, why, with all the crap that has been uncovered about leaders of this Christian faith, would anyone want to be a Christian? Let's look at the word Christian, shall we? Did you know, first of all, that Jesus, aka Yeshua, his actual birth name, never used the term Christian? He never flew into the air and held his arms open like in all the children's lessons in the official pose for the religious superstar and said, "Thou shalt be called Christians," meaning just like me from this day forth and hence and wherewithal. He was never recorded to have said it. In fact, he always gave glory to the Creator, never to himself. Some dare postulate that Christ would have been adamantly opposed to using his name in the branding altogether. Now that is an interesting hypothesis. Think about it for just a second. The word Christian comes from the people of Antioch in the days shortly after the death of Christ. These Jewish people, along with their counterparts, chose to call Christ's followers, the Greek word pronounced Christianos. It sounds kind of Spanish to me. So the Bible doesn't require its uses. It's okay to take the word Christianity off the table for a while. So if any person doesn't want to wear the banner of Christianity that has been so distorted and perverted over 2,000 years, I believe that is totally acceptable with the Creator or with Yeshua Jesus. maybe he doesn't like it either, as today's understanding of it certainly does not represent his brand very well. Would you agree or disagree? But my friend, hear my heart. In your rejection of the word Christian, be careful not to reject those who are good and true Christ-following people. There are still many of those. A question: is it acceptable to want to refuse a religious label that has been polluted by oppressors and politicians? In fact, within an educated world culture, changing a name is called progression and improvement. Think about it. A little FYI, in 60 AD, the followers of Christ often referred to themselves as people of the way, and their identifying sign was a fish, not a cross. Conversely, if the word Christianos were actually true, and Christian meant to be like Christ, like the person who came to bring liberation from every form of economic slavery and oppression, like the person who demonstrated love in the face of the haters, like the person who ate with the bastards and the broken, like the person who healed the sick, like the person who fed the hungry, like the person who gave sight to blind eyes, like the person who rose from the dead, then I want to be able in some way to be called like that Christ. What about you? Good question. In Paul's second recorded letter to the church at Corinth, he wrote these words: "You don't need a definitive brand or written declaration of your beliefs, because every person is a living book to what they genuinely believe and follow." That statement deserves optimizing. Here we go. You don't need a definitive brand to declare what you genuinely believe. Every person's lifestyle demonstrates their beliefs. You can call yourself anything, but if your life doesn't show it, it's all a pile of BS. Will Christianity implode? We will wait to see. I do know that the love of many has waxed cold. Whatever your religiously or denominationally brand is for you, cool. But fulfill your campaign promises. If the Christ is in your description, you better look and act like Christ. Bring life to every occasion. Bring the joy, bring the caring, bring the charity. Be grace exemplified. Be the oil of gladness. Be the wine of consolation. Whatever your religion or philosophy is today, represent your greatest guru well. If you're an atheist, be a better human. Some say that you are now leading the race for improvement of humanity, and we will respectfully look at your beliefs in depth in coming discussions. Next time we look at the absurdity of the 10 Commandments found in the Hebrew Tanakh. Or are they absurd? Send your questions and comments. It's great being with you guys. Let's think. Let's contemplate. Peace.